Guys, MDW back again for another action figure review. So I've picked up the latest wave of the Neca Predator line. I really like the look of this line, that's why I decided to pick them all up. And I'm going to do a quick review on each one of the figures now. So let's get straight into it, and we're going to start off with the Hornhead Predator. Everyone's favourite. Guys, welcome back, thanks for joining me. So, you guys have seen me do Predator reviews before from the Neca line that they've released over the years. I've done like the Elder Predator, one of the other waves. I do like Predator, generally it's one of my favourite action films of all time. I love the design of the creature. I don't know if you guys know anything about the film at all, but the design of this creature wasn't originally how it was going to look, and they had to come up with an idea for it at the last minute, but I'm glad they came up with what they did, because I just love the overall design of the Predator and these variants that Neca have been knocking out. So there was like the Snake Predator that had like a different mask on and all the different weaponry that comes with them, and the different themes and designs of the Predators I really like. This wave is no exception. So this one looks more like it's based on the comic book series. So the Hornhead Predator, as you can see here, comes pretty much as standard like the most of the other Predators come in, with a clear blister so you can see the figure all the way around. Picture of the Hornhead Predator on the front. Cool little card back there, bit of nod to the vintage line. Yeah, the Kenner ones that I've done in the past. There's the actual Predator's head at the back of the card, which I really like. And you guys know me at all, you know I'm a bit of a card back hoarder. I don't really like opening my stuff, but all of my Predator stuff I've opened generally, but it still makes me a bit squeamish opening up these card backs because they just look so nice. On the back of the figure there, we've got the picture of the Hornhead Predator and then a little bio as well. So it gives you a little bit of a background. I won't go into it. You guys want to go in there, you guys can freeze it and zoom in or whatever and have a little look at what it says there. But yeah, it's cool that they've done a little bit of background there. So it must be the comic book series or the novels. I haven't read the novel myself. I've read the novel with the other two characters in the line in it, but this guy I didn't really know much about. He's just part of the wave. And the other two members of the wave on the back there as well, which I will be reviewing. Cool little bit of comic book strip going on there around there. So yeah, you know, really nice packaging the figure comes in, but let's get him open and have a look at the actual figure himself. Okay guys, so out of the box now, let's have a closer look at the Hornhead Predator. So his armour is pretty much standard with most Predators you see. He's got the shoulder pads, the greaves, the gauntlets here, bits on his legs. He's a bit more naked than most Predators I've noticed straight away when I took him out the package. You've got the old Predator ass there. So usually have some sort of loincloth coming down, but not old Hornhead. He's not afraid to reveal all, shall we say. But yeah, overall design of the figure is pretty decent. Head sculpt looks really good on it. Say the armour's all well done and washed properly with a good paint job. So let's run down the articulation quickly on him. So his head swivels from left to right. You're not going to get much movement out of that. It goes up and down a little bit, but so the dreadlocks kind of stop the movement of his head, yeah, pretty much all of it. So it only goes from left to right there a little. His arms have got joints here at the shoulders. This arm, the right hand side here, doesn't really move that much because of this armour piece on his shoulder. This one here moves a little bit more, but say it doesn't go out that much. Then he's got hinge joints at the elbows. You guys can see that there, so you can do that. And there's also a joint here just above his bicep, so he can twist his arm as well. The whole of the joints on this Predator for me were really stiff. As soon as I took him out of the packaging, I literally was like, oh my god, I'm going to snap this thing. Literally, his arm joints and his knee joints were so tight. Literally, I had to heat him up a little bit with a heat gun to actually move them. So be careful of that, guys. I don't know whether it's just my one or it's the whole batch. His hands swivel 360 degrees all the way around. He's got a torso crunch here, but it doesn't really crunch much. The butt kind of gets in the way. So you can swivel his torso a little bit there. And then he's also got a swivel at the waist as well. Again, pretty minimal. He has got ball joints at his legs here, the groin here, but again, this part here, so his codpiece and all these bits of armour down his legs there, all pretty much one piece attached. And he's got these straps around his leg that you know, these actual armour pieces are attached to, so it's all kind of one bit. So when you move his leg, I don't know if you guys can see that, but his armour kind of bows up when you move his leg. I don't know if I like that. I mean, the other side doesn't really seem to have much of a problem. It just kind of bows a little bit. But if you want to pose him in some sort of dynamic, you know, kind of landing position or something like that, be prepared to have his armour kind of warped out. So it's a little bit of a drawback from that. You can probably adjust these straps, I imagine. Don't know if they come undone or not. They look like they're just attached so properly to his legs there. But so, hey ho. It's just the design of the creature, so you can't really move his legs that much. He's got a double joint, it looks like, just kind of below his knee pad and above his knee pad there. I'm not going to attempt to do that one because, again, that is so tight it's not even moving, so I don't really want to snap the leg off my figure. And then at his feet as well, they swivel as well. They were really, really tight again. I don't know if they go up and down a little as well. But yeah, so be careful, guys. Overall, the joint of the figure is very, very hard. So there's a facial detail there. So zoom right in, guys, there. So yeah, cool facial sculpt. Obviously, he's got his mandibles closed. He's got, obviously, because he's horn head, he's got the two horns coming out of his head there. His helmet doesn't fit particularly well on his head unless these horns are in a certain position. So again, I had to heat my horns up and actually bend them a little bit to fit his helmet on. So bear that in mind as well before you go try and jam his helmet on. The dreadlocks are really nice. Again, he's got these kind of little bits of detail woven onto each dreadlock, and they are a kind of really gummy separate piece of plastic each one. So again, if you heat them up or you just literally bend them in place and keep them there, you can position his dreadlocks all the way around his body, on his shoulders there, coming across there. So that's cool that you can do that. He's got his armour paint job. It's quite strange. Again, so it's like a metallic silver that's been washed with blue. So all the recessed details there have all got like a light blue, kind of sky blue wash in there as well. But again, over the course of the Neca Predators, I've seen several different armour types with several different colour washes, and some of them are very, very strange indeed. I suppose it's just what differentiates the Predators. So yeah, there we go. His body is the kind of like browny colour we come to expect from the Predators. A nice little blend of a darker brown on the higher parts there, going into the light brown on his chest and on the front of his biceps. You'll find the back of the figure is a lot darker. And then he's got this little kind of sling goes over his like utility sling, which is obviously the holster for his sword. So that's a separate piece again that just sits on him. So you can move that around. That's again like a little bendy bit of plastic. So that's all good. The detail on that is the same as the armour. So he's got the metallic colour, a bit of like wraps going around, like brown wrap. But yeah, that's cool. Looks like his sword will be able to fit in there nicely. And then obviously you've got places where you can put his swords and blades on his wrists there as well, which is probably part of the accessories that comes with the figure. So yeah, overall a unique design for the Predator. Like I said, yeah, the standard buck and the way he looks is what you'd come to expect from any Predator. The face is a lot different, obviously, with the closed mandibles, and then obviously the horns on the head as well. So you just got a bit of a different face sculpt there. So, like any Predator, you're only as good as your arsenal you've got. So the horn head does come with some weapon accessories. So first off, as I was mentioned before, is the helmet. Exactly the same colour as the rest of his armour, so it fits really nicely on there, with a kind of crimson metallic red eyes. It's a different design for it, where he's got the little holes there so his horns can go through. And obviously, there's a bit of detail actually inside the helmet this time around, so you can guys see the little controls and everything where his face sits. It does fit on him pretty decently. I'm going to take some pictures in a second in the stills. You'll be able to see that, but yeah, it looks cool with his helmet on. And then he comes with some sort of katana blade, looks like. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I've never seen a Predator with some sort of samurai or ninja kind of influence, but yeah, he's got a nice big blade there. It's got the strapping around it, so it looks like a kind of like Japanese samurai sword. The metallic parts of it all the same colour as the rest of his armour. It's kind of a little red jewel or something on the hilt there. Nice. And then, of course, any Predator without his wrist knife blades. So yeah, I swear they're getting bigger and bigger every Predator they release here. I thought the snake alien Predator had some crazy big blades on him, but this guy has four of these massive things, and I'm assuming they slip into his gauntlets there as well, which I will put in a second. That's all the accessories you get with them though, so yeah, a fair bit you get with them as well for the price. Pretty much standard with most Predators we see in the range. I thought lastly as well, guys, I thought I'd do a little size comparison for you as well. So there we go there. So you can see the Colonial Marines by Neca compared to Hornhead Predator. You know, he absolutely towers over them. You see he's absolutely massive there. And then I actually thought this guy was a bit smaller because he's a bit more slimline with the less army wears. There's the kind of Serpent Predator from one of the earlier waves there. Again though, to say without the armour and stuff, he looks a lot less bulky. I don't think you guys can see that, made that out, but to say the Serpent Predator is absolutely huge bulk-wise compared to Hornhead. Let's say again, it's just like a different design of Predator really. So there we go, there's a look at Hornhead Predator. I'm going to do some stills now in my light box, and yeah, thanks so much for watching.
Find MDW on Facebook and Instagram now at MDW_toys.